This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I am live once again for the reflection of last night's fight and other fights to come. Listen, Jared Boots Ennis fought a rematch, okay? A rematch with Karen, okay? You guys come in, hit that like button, please. And I'll tell you guys something about last night's fight. Last night's fight was all the fights were pretty entertaining, to be fair. Quan Big Guns, what's up, brother? Yeah, it was a very good fight. It was a very competitive fight. And I think what people do, they look at a competitive fight with a competitive fighter as a sign of weakness towards the fighter that's being showcased, you know? So I do think that Jared Boots Ennis, immediately after the fight, you guys can tell that he was talking about going to 154. He was talking about, fleeting 147. He was talking about that. And you're looking at it like, oh, okay, snap. What's this about? Well, people were saying how big he was anyway. It's a matter of time. That shit's going to keep up with you. It's going to catch up with you. I think Boots let Karen off the hook after the knockdown. Boots could have finished him, but he didn't. So I believe Boots wanted some rounds. I don't believe that. I don't believe that narrative. I don't think that's the case. I think what happened, he might have felt more comfortable or confident when he did drop Karen. But then Karen showed him that he wasn't about that life. He wasn't about retreating and surrendering. He had a lot more to go. And he went, what was it, 7 more rounds? Because I think that was what, round 5? I could be wrong. But I believe that was round 5 when he dropped Karen, right? And Karen got up and showed him that fancy Ukrainian footwork that all those guys are known for. And that's what happened with that, I think. And I feel that, that's the case. But keep in mind about Boots Ennis. Boots Ennis is a guy that has not truly been tested. He's just beat everybody in front of him. A true test, I think, is waiting for Boots Ennis. I think Boots Ennis, if he was smart, he would have went to 154 when Terrence Crawford went to 154. But I think he wanted the belts because I think he wanted a name for himself at 147. But here's the problem. Nobody's there no more. Nobody's at 147, really. The only person that I really know of, besides Mario Barrios is Stanionis. And really, Stanionis, I mean, we got Blair to Flair. He's, woo! He's entertaining, but I don't think that he's like that top echelon of fighter. I think he's an exciting, self-promoting fighter that I love to see fight because I love to see him promote himself. I love a charismatic fighter. Okay. I thought Boots will KO this guy, but I didn't take it into account that this dude was Ukrainian, so I will not slack Boots. I think Boots did well. I mean, I think Boots did okay. He won the fight, but did he do I think it was a victory. If I had to rate that, I would rate him I would give him a 77. You know what I mean? I would give him a 77. He got a knockdown. I don't think he had a game plan going in there. I don't think he, knew exactly what he was going to do with a guy that he's already fought before. Keep in mind, this is a rematch. That's not the first time Boots fought that fighter last night. So before we start talking about that, we have to keep in account that if a fighter becomes familiar with you, he's going to do a lot better. You know what I mean? He's going to do a lot better because he knows what to expect. Okay. Big guy, big tough guy, loves to throw uppercuts and hooks. Okay. He loves to fight on the inside. He has a beard on him. And, what could I do to improve or what could I do differently than last time I got in the ring with him? You know what I'm saying? Because if you guys don't know what happened, it was a stoppage the last time. Let me check. Let me check here. Let's see. But I think it was okay. Okay, so Box Rex, 27 years old, 33 and 29. And see, that's another thing. The reputation of Boots Ennis is getting guys out of there, working on the inside, very durable, pressure fighter, loves to take you in and take you out. Um, he fought Karen. Yeah, he fought Karen last year. Okay. And it was, okay, here we go. Hmm. No, no, it was a unanimous decision as well. So I mean, he just beat him on point. So that shows you that the durability of Karen is there. You know, I didn't even know that this was a rematch. So Boots KO'd him the first time. No, he didn't. He went. I just looked it up. I thought that's what happened, but that didn't happen. So that makes sense. That then because Karen learned what to do not to get KO'd this time. Well, I don't know. I know. You see, anytime you fight someone, like look at Joshua and Usyk. Joshua was better the second time because he knew what to expect. If you know what to expect, I mean, that's half the battle at least, or that's part of the battle, because like, okay, this guy's tough. This guy's is this. This guy's is that. But him going to 154. The question is that a good idea? Okay, so um, let's see. Cool. Boom. So we started the first poll of the live stream. Um, Skrilla 50. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Uh, I think that these guys, that Boots Ennis, I think he punches hard enough for any weight class, especially for 147, 154. Galaxy Edits. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. And I just dropped a video of Ryan Garcia when his response to Boots Ennis, right? And that's another question. And I did that because you guys are having problems with notifications. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I've tried. I've reached out. But Virgil Ortiz fighting Boots Ennis. You know what that means? That means it makes this fight that much more exciting. You know what I mean? Think about it. Boots Ennis is coming from 147 to 154. That's going to be the thing. Nobody's going to fight Boots Ennis at 147. He needs to go to 154. He needs to drop that belt and let whoever's still there happen. And I think the formation is credible. Why? Because I think what happens now, Boots too big, take your ass to 154, up there with Crawford, Madrimov, Boachuk, Ortiz. You know what I mean? Jermel Charlo, Fondora Sebastian, right? Or Sebastian Fondora. Go up there. That's where he needs to go. Why? Because guys like Tio, Ryan, Tank really, if Tank was about being, worth a shit, he should be there too. Mario Barrios, he's already there. He should have been at 147, honestly, because Ugas is done. Errol Spence is at 154. So all those guys are migrating. Everyone else is retired. Thurman, where the hell is he? He's done. I don't think we'll see Thurman. Thurman's inactivity has destroyed him. Okay. Boots needs to tighten up his defense. Well, he has to do something. He has to work on his defense. I think that Philly style will eventually get him in trouble. That toughness, because you can only take so many shots, bro. See, shots taken, having a chin does not mean that you should get hit. That just means you can get hit and still keep moving forward and still maintain. Or you can trade shots, but that doesn't mean you should take punch after punch after punch after punch. You don't play around with your ability to take shots. You never do that. Once you do that, you're threatening and you're playing with fire. Okay? Because you don't know that punch and the velocity, the angle, the pivot of that shot, the way it's coming, where it's going to hit your chin or your head or your face, because all this means your durability. Your chin is here, but when you have a good chin, that could also mean, can you take shots in the temple? Can you take shots right here by the ear? Can you take shots in the mandible? Can you take shots in the nose? How is your skin makeup? Is your skin durable enough to take these damn shots? Ask Tyson Fury. He fought Otto Weiland, and Otto Weiland is not known for punching at all, but he was able to punch hard enough to cut that skin, didn't he? So yeah, he did, and in fact, he did it twice because he had two scrapes across his eye. Stuart, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Everything's good. I'm feeling a lot better today. I'm feeling a lot better. But no, Boots Ennis, you're right. I do agree. Skrilla 50, you are spot on with that. He needs to tighten up on his defense, because if not, he's going to get knocked out. And I don't really see, like, Boots Ennis, I don't know, he's kind of he's not slow. He's not slow, but I don't want anything to happen to him. Tyson Fury had 2 big cuts from a pillow-fisted fighter. Yep. He did. And that was scary. And that just shows you how arrogance is. You remember Wilder? I did that to Tyson. He can't take punches no more. Okay. Okay. And then in the very next fight, he beat the shit out of Wilder. Karma. But no, someone like Virgil Ortiz, a guy that definitely can take a shot. I'd like to see that fight. That fight would probably be the fight of the year. Virgil Ortiz and Boots Ennis. Yeah. Boots Ennis needs to make he needs to do exactly what David Benavidez is doing. The only good thing, the only one up Boots has on someone like David Benavidez, he's went to a division where you have killers. Bivol, Beterbiev. He took on Volchnik, right? He beat Volchnik. But everyone else up there is a very dangerous fight, especially when he's in position to fight these guys. Well, he can't get Canelo. Well, Boots can get Terrence Crawford if he goes to 154 and campaigns at 154. He can make his name known there, and he's in the right position because he's not waiting around for Terrence to fight him at a weight class that he's getting too big for. You know what I mean? So it's right on time for Boots Ennis. Boots Ennis needs to leave, vacate, and allow all those smaller guys that are really too damn big, Haney, Garcia, Teofimo, all those guys that are getting too big for 135 and 140 to bring their ass to 147, grow the hell up, and get in the weight class that you belong in. And for Boots Ennis, same thing for him. He needs to go to 154. Because, see, those guys at 154, really you're fighting middleweights. You fight someone at middleweight, you're really fighting super middleweights. You fight someone at super middleweights, then you're really fighting light heavyweights. Okay? Based on rehydration standards. Okay? So you need to understand that. So people are getting bigger. They're not technically the weight class that they weigh in at when they're on the scale looking all crazy like Skeletor. They're bigger. When they rehydrate, when they make that weight, they're going to rehydrate. Unless it's some bullshit or some fighter that's a prima donna that wants a rehydration clause. But other than that, regularly, they may balloon 10 pounds, 15 even, sometimes 20, right? When they do make weight and they put all that weight back on. They're bigger than, way bigger than what they weighed in at. So that's what you have to calculate when you're talking about Boots Ennis going up to 154. Yeah, he can eat a bit. He won't have as tough a time making that weight. He thinks that he'll have more pop at that weight class. So we'll see. Terrence Crawford would dog walk Boots. Here's the thing. People are supposed to say that because Terrence Crawford is a proven fighter. You know, I want people to understand that Terrence Crawford fought Madrimov, but Madrimov is a good fighter. Madrimov's fighting Boachuk, which are two very good fighters that had kind of the ugly end of the stick. What if Terrence Crawford is not the Terrence Crawford that we accustomed? What if Terrence Crawford, that performance that we've seen against Madrimov, is a reflection of Father Time knocking on the door? And if that's the case, you can't say no longer that, oh, okay, well, Terrence Crawford will do him in. Terrence Crawford may beat Boots Ennis based on what we think he still has. Don't get me wrong, Terrence Crawford probably will always be able to fight, but is that aura of invincibility or that destructive, prime, seasoned to the core Terrence Crawford, is he still here? You know what I mean? Or is that just the first of many fights that we're going to see Terrence Crawford decline? That's just a question. It's just a question. It's a theory. That's not what I believe, but I mean, it's something to take into consideration because maybe Terrence Crawford fought Madrimov that way because maybe he's not that same kind of fighter. What about journeyman Jack Catterall? Can he get in the mix? Jack Catterall can get in the mix. He sure can. I mean, depends on what he wants to do. Depends on, if he wants to leave 140. Does he feel comfortable enough to do that? See, I want to see someone like Jack Catterall fight guys like Tank. That would be a good fight for Tank. Jack Catterall. You know what I'm saying? Not Mario Barrios. Somebody more better than Mario Barrios. Mario's not a bad fighter. It's just no. Yeah, Catterall wants Haney or Tio, but see, here's the problem. Sometimes with these fighters, they make these demands of these fighters that they want to fight, but those fighters got to be wanting to fight them back. If they ain't trying to get a fight with Catterall, what is Catterall going to do? Wait around for those guys to make up their mind, or is he going to, continue with his career to fight the best fights that he can? It's almost like trying to come on or chasing a girl that you like, but she don't want you. So you sit there in limbo and you're pissed off instead of just moving on and trying to find somebody else. That's what it's like. It's a partnership, Boots gets hit too much to be a threat to Crawford. I would like to see that fight now, though. I would like to see it because, see, one thing about Boots is not going to try to sit on the outside and jab with Crawford or box Crawford. He's going to try to knock Crawford out. He's going to try to impose his size on Crawford, being the bigger dude, because he's bigger than Crawford. So he's going to try to come in there and work the body and get uppercuts in and overpower and pressure Crawford into, taking him out. And we all know Crawford is about that life. You come at Crawford, all Crawford's going to do, you're going to make him mad and he's going to try to knock you out because that's how his mom raised him. Let's just be real. That's how his mom raised him. Terrence, you hurt Terrence. Terrence is going to get you back, or he's going to die trying, and he ain't dead yet. So that tells you something. Nobody's been able to do it because each time somebody then pissed him off, he's went in there and took them out. Camboa did it. Staggered him, had him on Bambi legs. Mean Machine tried it, did it, dropped him. You know what I mean? Pissed him off. Then he got knocked out. Who else did that? Hank Lundy. Hank Lundy really got his issue. Well, Haney is calling him out, but I don't see him doing it because he's too busy trying to sue Ryan and fighting people in theme parks. Jose Benavidez. Great performance on Creed 3. But I don't know. I think, Jose, he's I'm surprised that Danny beat him. I thought Danny would, Danny really surprised me. Danny Garcia really surprised me with his boxing ability. He really did. You know, he really surprised me with that because I thought someone like Jose Benavidez, because he kind of fights like David. You know, they got that flurry style. You know, those flurry style tight punches. Oh yeah, Jose Benavidez did piss him off. Yeah, he did, and he knocked him out. But Jose, he was undefeated when he walked in the ring with Crawford, so he was full of confidence. But he pissed Crawford off. Yeah, he did. G GSPE GSP John Jones. I hear you, Kurt. You have any news on who Wilder will fight in 2025? No, not yet. Not yet. Um, I don't. But as soon as I have something, I'll let you know. Of course, that will be news that we can use, right? And I'm wondering, where are all my American fans? This is crazy. We have 17 people here. And like Isaac said yesterday, something's wrong with my channel. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's going on. It's almost like my subscribers have been blocked off from my live streams. Skrilla 50, it's just you and me, damn near. you know, you, me, Quan, Big Guns. Who else? Miss Wilder's KOs. Your channel is a bunch of Tyson Fury fans. Okay, all right. I want you guys to do exactly what Skrilla 50 did. If you guys are using your cellular to fight, if you guys are using your cell phones, send me the flag of where you guys are from right now. Like Daryl, Beza, send me the flag of where you're from. Are we from the USA or from the UK or from Nigeria or from Australia? Show me where you guys are from right now. Let's drop this. Ask Skip in the building. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. You have a lot of foreign subscribers, so the time you stream isn't always optimal. Well, I mean, it's Sunday and it's like 6 in the afternoon. Okay. Ask Skip in the building. Gotcha. But I mean that wouldn't make sense because it's still early. It's still early here. It's still early there. DeMarcus Hill, Baton Rouge in the building. He say, man, I'm from, not only if I'm American, I'm from the same state you're in. It doesn't let me show a Scottish flag. Oh, that sucks. Y'all are slow. He said country's flag. No, but some people are watching it from the television and that won't register. So, you know, he say it's racist. Yeah, that does suck. I'm watching Better Behave Moderna. Yeah, dude. John Smith, bro, he could not handle. I'm watching Better Behave, his workouts and stuff like that. Sometimes I laugh at my ass of reading these Fury fanboy comments. They are very diluted. Fury's a cheat. Daryl Beza, Fury's a cheat. All the great athletes in Louisiana play football. Too bad nobody's getting into boxing down here. And there's no good boxing trainers or we have that bullshit like title boxing. Like that's not boxing, bro. That's a facility where you have a combination of boxing and like MMA. They have classes, but not true boxing classes to do anything with. So Louisiana's not like we have silver gloves. That's why a lot of people from Louisiana have to move somewhere else, like Houston or Dallas, because it's not here. We don't have that type of structure here. We just don't. Why is it only Wilder fans hate on Fury and his fans? I love Wilder and I'm a Fury fan because a lot of fans of Wilder were so hurt and in shock because Fury did that to Wilder that they just still can't believe it. They can't wrap their mind around Tyson Fury putting Wilder down by force. You know what I mean? He dropped Wilder twice, and people just couldn't believe it. And what I can't believe is, why can't people believe that Fury, why didn't they believe that after the third fight? I understand the second fight. Oh, all the stuff that went on and everybody claimed to have this or to have that. But then it's like, okay, well, wait a minute. Didn't you see the trilogy fight? The trilogy fight was like that should have told you everything. They sliced them gloves open. They sliced like 6 pair of the same damn gloves open. They looked at each and every one of those gloves. They seen the padding, they seen the leather, they seen the cushion, they seen everything they needed to see. Tay Jones looked at it and he still was like, man, some bullshit. He was like, no, it's not bullshit. What's the bullshit about it? Because the whole thing is like, don't walk away saying something that's still going to have people thinking that this is a cheat. No, how is it bullshit? How did you and why did you say that? What issues did you have? Wilder fans don't hate Fury. We just feel he cheated in the second fight and the ref cheated Wilder of a KO in the first. But no complaints. Fury won. We are aware what a fraud he is, but we don't hate him. What's good, Kurt? Marlon Thornell in the building. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. We got a member in the building. Ask Skip Marlon in the building. I just see, man, look, you guys got to stop being bitter about referees' decisions like that. He didn't necessarily pull a Richard Steele, right? Richard Steele stopped the fight when the fighter was up. You know what I'm saying? He did the opposite of Jack Reese. Jack Reese just allowed a fight to continue. And you guys are mad over that. And it doesn't make sense because I know what you're thinking. You're like, well, look, if he would have won, we possibly would have, Wilder would have fought Fury. He would have knocked him out in the 12th round. And then Fury would have went on to fight probably Joshua. Oh, I'm sorry. Wilder would have went on to fight someone like Joshua eventually. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that wouldn't have happened. Trust me, it wouldn't have happened anyway. Wilder wouldn't have took that money because Wilder didn't technically lose. He still had the belt. Oh, yeah, in the water. I was surprised Wilder lasted so long in the third fight, especially after the way second fight turned out. Well, I mean, I don't know why. I don't know why you think that or you feel that because Wilder is stubborn. Wilder wasn't going to go nowhere. The referee cheated him. No, he didn't. The referee saved him. Kenny Bayless saved him. And again, we go back to, like, if you guys thought he cheated, like, oh, I think, Tyson Fury's a cheat. Well, I think he's cheated before, but he didn't cheat Wilder. He just beat Wilder up. Mark saved him, sure, but no, that referee was going to stop that fight. He said he was going to stop it. So Kenny Bayless and Mark, they were all in agreement. That fight to stop. Wilder didn't have anything or enough to do what he needed to do. Fury was okay after the knockdown and got up after 12 rounds. Fury looked bad in the third fight, one of his worst performances. I don't think so. I think it was pretty good. No, but he fired Mark, though. I'm going to fire you. Jack Reese said that he had trauma training and assessed Fury on the canvas and said Fury's body language allowed him to continue. I mean, that speaks for itself of how he performed after he got hit. But you know what? I don't even want to talk about those dudes no more, man. I mean, it's, unless they're going to fight again, I don't want to, like, Fury or Wilder. Okay, Fury beat Wilder. That's it. Yeah. Ben Davison should have thrown the towel in against Dubois. That was only going to end one way. Well, he did eventually. He tried to do that shit. You see him throw the towel, like, dude, Joshua wasn't getting up. It ain't nothing to throw. He's already been knocked out. You told him to roll the dice. Joshua's literal. Roll the dice. This dude's trying to. And the question is, why didn't he just throw a right hand? Even if he would have got knocked out by Dubois, he would have went out landing a shot at least. That bullshit he come under, that's the dumbest thing. I am so disappointed in that dude. I am. I'm just like, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like Joshua, I am so disappointed in Joshua. You know what I mean? Because it's like maybe he shouldn't fight. Fuck. Maybe he just should. Maybe he shouldn't fight again. Maybe he shouldn't. And I'm gonna say this because it's like, okay, if you get hit to the point you can't think properly, stop the fight. Because that made that knockdown, the way he threw that shot. But again, me and Showbiz, we both debunked, we both figured out what was going on. I seen that shit. I saw it. I was like, you know what? Look at him. When he was throwing the mitts, he was doing that dumb shit. He would throw a right hand and his left is down. Like, who the fuck does that? You know what I mean? This ain't a power slap competition. It ain't I hit you, you hit me. I hit you, you hit me. No. Who you looking forward to seeing in the ring next, Counter? I'm looking forward to seeing Boachuk Madrimov. Then I'm looking forward to seeing, of course, sure, the rematch with Usyk versus Tyson, but I'm more amped to see Daniel Dubois again. I'm ready to see Daniel Dubois get back in the ring. I'm ready to see him fight some more people. I want to see Caballero, but you know, it depends on who Caballero fights. I want to see him do the same thing he's been doing, taking these guys that probably ain't been defeated or, you know what I mean, think they're Billy Badass and let them take them out. Let them see what they do with him. Gotta go. Watching a service now. Have a good one. Oh, bye. One new me. Appreciate it, brother. Get that word in. Galaxy Edits. If AJ actually tried and didn't think Dubois was a joke, he would have won. I still believe AJ is better. It's just about who gets caught first. AJ just got terrible advice. He will be 3 times one day. I mean, that would be nice, but I mean, I'm just disappointed in him. I'm really disappointed in him because, like, you being the guy that's supposed to be the seasoned guy, you know, he's supposed to know why. But it is what it is, you know. But Boots Ennis, let's look at these votes. Okay, we only got 24 because there's only 19 people in here. So, who wins this fight at 154? Boots Ennis at 54%. Virgil Ortiz is at 46%. So that's close, bro. That's a close amount because, and it's based on the performance that we've seen against somebody like Karen. Okay, I think AJ can do better, but maybe it's over for him at top level. Well, if it's over for him at top level, he just needs to sit down. Sit down, go away. You know, sometimes people need to understand the level that they're in, and don't degrade themselves to a certain standard based on what they can't do no more. So if Anthony Joshua feels that he can't fight at the top level, that he needs to step out of boxing altogether, because I think it's an insult for him to come in fighting lower opposition. Why is he doing that? Is he broke? No. Does he need money? Hell no. You know what I'm saying? So there's no reason for AJ to fight someone like, I don't even know, fight someone like Charles Martin again. You know what I mean? There's no reason for a fight like that. AJ isn't beating Dubois. He should just retire. He lost his fire and desire. He still is the top 3 or 4. Things like this happen in the heavyweight division. You know what? Here's my thing. I give AJ one more shot. And see, here's the problem, though. The shot that I'm giving you is only contingent in the fight that he needs to fight, because that's who he needs to show that he can beat. All these unanswered fighters that he's fighting, you know, you lost to Andy Ruiz, you lost twice to Usyk, now you lost to Danny Dubois. Those are 3 people that beat him. He avenged one of them. So, you know, he came up short against Usyk twice. Now the Dubois fight, okay, if he doesn't fight Dubois, that's going to be another person that got the best of AJ, and AJ not reciprocated and avenged that defeat. And it's not going to look good for him. Could tell by the ring walk, Dubois looked pumped. AJ seemed too cool. He thought he was just going to go in there and land some shots. He didn't think that Dubois was ready like that. But nonetheless, keep your hands up. The way he was practicing is the reason why he got knocked out. Now, for that, you should blame Ben Davison. You should. Why? Because what Ben was doing, he was stroking his ego too much instead of instructing him like someone like Derrick James would have done. Derrick James, the minute AJ would have came down here and this damn arm is down, think about where he was at, bro. He threw that right hand. Hold on, man. Hold on. Um, see if I can find this, man. Because I mean, he was doing that shit this whole time, and it was like, dude, why are you letting it down that way? Why didn't he fight him the way he did with Ngannou, hands up and cracking the right hand perfectly in the chin? Well, one thing, Danny Dubois took. Look, what AJ thought he was going to do to Dubois, Dubois did to him. That's easy, simple. Dubois came in establishing the jab. He thought he was going to establish his jab. So when he got caught with that jab, he's like, okay, this is from Dubois. This is not from Wileen. Okay, this is from a guy that can punch. So he got caught with a shot, that jab like that. And that jab really took him like, oh, snap, pow. And he was like, okay, when you get hit with a solid jab, I mean a good jab, it's going to make you reset. You're going to reset. You're going to reset your feet as well if you're smart. Unless you just want to get hit like that again. But you're going to get hit, you're going to step back, or you're going to step to the side. You're going to readjust. So when Dubois started catching it, bow, bow, bow. When he started catching them with those jabs, AJ, that threw him off. And then, Dubois just not going to throw jabs all day like Ike Corte, right? He's going to get in there and throw something behind those jabs because he sees where you at. The jab is peppering you, but the jab is also a range finder to see where you're going to be so he can unload combinations. So he already knows what he's going to do. I wonder why Turkey doesn't want to let PBC fighters get these paydays. They don't deserve them. They don't deserve them. And you look at someone like Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar's sitting pretty now because he's sitting back saying, I told you guys so. See, everybody made the wrong mistake by going to the PBC. All those guys ran over there because they heard about that $1 billion budget that Al Heyman had. You guys remember that. It was like 2014, 15, and Al Heyman was coming to PBC, Fox, Showtime with $1 billion budget. You guys remember that? If you guys don't remember that, bro, that was big news in the sport of boxing. And Oscar lost all those guys. He lost them all, but see, he's saying they all left me. Now they're all idiots. Well, here's the thing that Oscar ain't talking about. Yeah, those fighters left Oscar. Everybody except Canelo. And what happened? Canelo signed a deal for $365 million with DAZN, with Oscar De La Hoya, where everyone else left Golden Boy and went to Al Heyman PBC with Richard Schaefer. And they were all fighting on Showtime and Fox or pay-per-view events. You guys know that, right? Right? So here's the thing. What Oscar is not telling you is that while those fighters were fleeting and they were all leaving in droves to go to the PBC, what was taking place with Oscar was this motherfucker was getting high. He was going to rehab and in and out of rehab, so he didn't know what was going on. See, understand, when you have some type of issue like that, you're half there or you're half somewhere else. You're not even where you need to be. When he came to, whether he got out of rehab or whatever, when he was back to his normal, natural, sober senses, he realized that his fighters had left. See, if Oscar, maybe if he wasn't busy getting high, he would have known, like, hey, let me take control of my flock. You see what I mean? But of course, Oscar De La Hoya was in and out of rehab. These are facts. So yeah, that's what he ain't telling you. Yeah, he had a drug problem. He had an alcohol problem. He had a substance abuse problem. So yeah, they left Oscar. They sure did. They left Oscar De La Hoya. They all left. And matter of fact, let's see. Let's see here. I'm trying to think. When did those obscene pictures from Oscar De La Hoya come out? Go. Okay. They got leaked in 2007. So no, that shouldn't have had anything to really do with it. I can't stand Oscar De La Hoya. He's so irritating. His son Garcia has a drug problem too. Yep. Yeah, that's his boy. Ryan Garcia is Oscar's kid. Totally took him for a sausage and got spanked. That's all right. He sure did. He got spanked like a sausage, you know? But no, back to Jared Ennis, man. I think Jared Ennis is a guy that he needs to really tighten up on his defense because if he doesn't, he's going to end up in trouble. Even Oscar's ex-wife hated him. Well, Oscar did some what do you call a fuck boy. He did some of that. Like he came in like he married that Puerto Rican singer, Millie. If you guys know anything about Latin music, but Millie, me enamora de ti. Her, she was from Puerto Rico, so for his image, his public relations director or whatever was like, it's a good idea for you to get you a Latin girl. Oscar, like he liked white chicks, a lot of them. He liked a lot of he married a girl and she was white and he liked her. And, I guess they told him, no, that's not going to fly. De La Hoya is our top promoter in the U.S. now because Aram is almost finished. It shows that we have no real promoters here. And what happened? We need some boxing U.S. promoters. Well, they all got old and nobody cared no more. The only person that tapped into that market was Al Heyman. But Al Heyman was never technically a promoter. He was an advisor. So he could do certain things and get away with it. He was the Ron Epstein of boxing, right? Um, but no, I do think, let's see, 29. Okay, so that's 52. Virgil, who wins? Now it's shifted. 52% says Virgil Ortiz will beat Boots Ennis. Wait, no, what the hell is going on? No, it's back now. I don't know. Something strange going on with this thing. King Grayson, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. De La Hoya. Yeah, look, there's no other people. Who else is there? You got Boots. Vote. Um, I say let's see. But that happens when someone comes in there and they don't put on a showcase performance. That's what happens. Everybody's coming out the woodwork. Hey, I can beat him. Oh, I can whoop him. The breakdown Bob had after Catterall versus Taylor 2 shows he's near the end. You started acting weird. You start acting weird. Yeah, it may be some senile shit that's kicking in with Bob though. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? Because Bob, and well, hey, I mean, I love it. I love it. I like an old guy that don't give a shit. I want to be like that one day. Just be all mean and just say, fuck all you guys, you son of a bitches. You don't know about life. I know about life. you know? But no, Bob's bro, he's 93 now. His birthday was on the 8th, a couple days ago. Bob Arum's birthday was November 8th, I believe. Let's see, or 9th. Let's see. Bob Arum's birthday.
Bob
No,
Arum was born on
no.
December 8th,
I'm sorry.
1931.
It's December 8th, so it's in a month. So he's not 53. I mean 53. He's not 93 yet. I know one thing, Boots better keep Crawford out of his mouth. And you know what? I think it's up to him. I think it's up to him to call out Crawford because Crawford has actually said some words of encouragement to him. So that's a good thing, you know. But I mean, hey, if he wants it, he knows where to get it. You know, because people would want to buy that fight. Ennis versus Crawford. But here's the thing. Do you think that the Crawford Ennis fight has lost some steam from last night's performance by Boots Ennis? That's the question you ask yourself, and not did it lose some steam? You know, for sure would buy it. Yeah, but I mean, based on that, if he does, because he looks. See, here's the thing: the problem with Boots' performance is he looked beatable. He looked like a guy that could be beat. And when you see that, when people see that, when they witness a possibility factor by the performance or lack of, people are going to get less interested in that guy that he wants to fight. Ask Skip King of the Crypt Face Off. I like it, champ. He's old enough to get away with it. Boots is going to lose fights at 154 against bigger punchers. His defense is awful. So, I mean, that's what it is. That is exactly what it is, man. 53% for Boots Ennis, 47% for Virgil Ortiz. But yeah, I think Boots, I think he will tighten up. I hope he tightens up. He has a lot of fights ahead of him at 154. I hope they just go there. I don't wish him to stay at a weight class that he feel weak or not at 100% because that could happen. And the older he gets, the worse or the harder it's going to get for him to make 147. So he might as well go to 154 to see what's happening up there and what he could do. He may be stronger at 154, but we're going to see. I appreciate you guys coming in for this Reflections Day, starring Jaron Boots Ennis, Karen from the Ukraine. You guys stay tuned tomorrow because I will be dropping a lot of content concerning Mike Tyson, the legendary Iron Mike Tyson, and the problem child, Jake Paul. But you guys, love you guys. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. And everyone has been counterpunched. Peace.